Okay, we are going to do a quick demo on how to do the blending on the birch tree. So try to draw just a basic outline, something like this. Pause the video now so you can stop and draw this. It doesn't need to be perfect, just needs to look something similar to mine. And we're going to practice the blending technique. Okay, the first thing we want to recognize is that the left side of the tree is lighter over here and then it gets a little darker over here. We're going to go from white to the color of the paper in the middle to a gray, maybe back to a little bit of white. Then we're going to leave these little areas for some black and gray, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start off with the white chalk pencil. That is this one here. We're going to use this one quite a bit for this project. And then we're going to come over here and we're going to draw the white outline right here. We're going to zigzag this out because we're going to want to smear that white out, but I'm trying to stay away from my little black spaces. Okay, trying to get a little bit lighter here. Now on the right side of the tree there was some white right here, so I'm going to put a little bit right there as well and just zag a little out. Okay, underneath here it was more shadowed. Oh, actually it's kind of more gray, so I think I am going to do a little bit zigzagging there. Then I'm going to go with the vine charcoal. I'm going to put it right here in this space. And I'm going to put some here as well for where I want the gray area, okay? Then we're going to start blending. Now remember, if you've got a lot of charcoal on this, you don't want to use that end, so use the end you've already cleaned. Okay, go ahead and start with the plain white area first to smear that out nice and smooth before you even get into the gray, because once you get into the gray, you're going to smear the gray around, and we want it to be solid white on that side. Then we're going to start smearing these two areas together to get these to look like they blend, because we want to look like we've got some gray going on here, which is our second value, right? We're going to be comparing our picture, the black and white picture that you guys used for this project, to figure out what values go where. Okay, now I don't want my gray to completely fill the center where I wanted to smear out to the color of the paper. So you can either get a paper towel or you can stop and clean your blending stick, but we want the center part, which I would probably prefer to use a paper towel, but I don't have the right kind at home that I like at school. And just smear that out so it's smooth. We don't want any separation. I'm going to clean my thing again and then come over here and smear this smooth. Okay, so what we've got going on so far is that we have the white to gray blending out to the color of the paper, and then darker gray and a little bit of white. Then I want to go back and brighten this some more because I want this to be pretty bright white over here. Okay, and then on this side over here, I'm going to go back and add a little bit more bright white right in this space. Okay, then I'm going to go back with this blending stick and smear it into my value again so that that bright white really stands out. There we go. And then I want to go and do some of my dark valued areas. Now on my dark valued areas, they're not really dark. So I'm going to come in here with this pencil, kind of outline those spaces. I like this one because it smears really good, the 4B Soft, either in this brand or this brand. Then I think in the bigger spaces, I'm going to do just a little zigzag with the vine charcoal. You can see, look, I've already got charcoal in my hand, so you got to have a paper towel close by, constantly cleaning your hands. Now we're going to use this side that's got a little charcoal on it, and we're going to smear that out. I want it to look like it's going a little bit dark to my vine charcoal color right here, like this to this. I want it blending from those two colored areas. These really small areas, I just used what was on my blending stick to fill those spaces, if you noticed. Okay, Now, what makes this look finished is going back and doing the outlining. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go back with this pencil and I'm gonna go and outline on this side of my tree where it needs to be dark and outlined, but I don't wanna smear. I'm looking at the details on the tree to get some of that dark outlining. See why I'm adding some of that dark outlining? Then I'm gonna come over here, add some of that detail inside, like this. Okay, outlining these parts again so that they stand out now. On all the little lines that go like around the tree like this, these little things, you can do some of those, but I wouldn't ever do all of those because then it just makes your tree look kind of messy. On this side it was really dark right there, so I'm going to add that really dark spot. Then after I've come and outlined this side, I'm going to add just a few of those little lines that create that texture. They do have to go the direction the lines actually go on the tree. That is important. Okay, then we go back with the white. This one is really good for outlining and then not smearing. So I'm going to go back and outline that real hard. And then that tree is done. That's a good practice for how to do the birch trees. Hopefully that makes sense. Good luck, everybody. Hopefully I'll be back at school soon. And once you've drawn your trees, get my aides to approve it, and you finish the value scale in this, you can start doing the shading on your paper.